Thanks for coming back in, my friends. Yep, welcome back to MBP Fishing, my friends. Yep, well, as you guys can see, we're back down at Grounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri. Thought I'd do some bass, bluegill, and crappie fishing today. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Happy Thursday, my friends. Tell you what, let me get the skunk out of the way first. I know, this is cheating. This is technically cheating. I got a worm on. Got a little squirmy wormies. I do have a spinnerbait on. I'm going to be casting that periodically. I can put a little crawfish type bait on. See what's going on. Yep, happy. Thanks for coming back in, my friends. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Welcome back into our channel. Yes, this is our channel, my friends. You guys enjoy the show today. Hope that's a pop. Come on. Got him. Got him. We're fishing today. A little bluegill. Yep, no skunk. No skunk on the feed, my friends. Yeah, that's a little 4-incher. A little bit too big for cut bait. We're going to be keeping a little cut bait too. That's just a little bit too big for the river down by me. Yeah, we got 15-20 mile per hour winds right now. I hope that wind block is helping you guys out. I'm going to have to plant the tripod every time we move because this wind is going to blow you guys down in a heartbeat. First fish of the day, buddies. See you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Tell you what, let me get the old spinnerbait out here. Yeah, this Colorado spinnerbait should work pretty good. I've got on a little Strike King spinnerbait. I've got that tip one up with one of Steve Turner Crappie Man jigs, one of his hand pours. That's one of his little double-tailed trick worms. If he molds those himself. With this wind, this spinnerbait should work today. I do have a bigger spinnerbait if I need it, but a lot of times these big bass will hit this smaller spinnerbait. We've got a lot of fishing this lake actually. For Thursday, there's a lot of people fishing. Usually don't get this many people fishing in the middle of the week. I suppose when people get a chance to come out fishing, they're gonna come out. I was a little bit too close to the bank, but we're gonna have a pop. Yep, nipping at it, whatever it is. I always want to catch fish on artificials when I'm down here more than bait. Cause I can always catch them on bait. Yeah, this wind's blowing pretty good out here. Oh, man, he had it. Heck. Man, that sucker popped it, man. That one was on there. Yeah, like I said, I can put a crawfish bait on, and I can put other type of lures. And, yeah, there's a lot of options in this lake, folks. Right, there's nothing over here by this point. There's usually a good bass over here by this point. Kind of leads me, maybe I need something I need to slow down even slower than the old Colorado spinnerbait. These little sunlit points down here on this lake usually do really good this time of the year. Yeah, they warm up pretty fast. The wind's blowing in here, putting in a lot of bait, a lot of other stuff for these bass to chase after. All right, one more cast, folks, and I'm gonna come check that chat. Okay. Question is where? I had a pop over there, but could have been. They stocked this recently with big old long-eared sunfish, so one of those big old long-eared could have grab the hold of that that trailer. All right, I can't resist one more cast. Just one more. Right in here, very close. Put that right up to the surface. Yeah, I do have a bigger spinner bait. It's an oversized one. Like a half-ounce one. I have to cast that with my my bait caster. All right, let me come check that chat. See what's going on, my friends. Let's see, 16 people in, 7 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, California, what's going on? How you doing, California? California says, get him in the lip. Let's see, Clippin, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Clippin says, let's go. Let's see, Eric, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? No bridge today. We're down at Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri. I thought I'd come down here, catch some bluegill, crappie, bass, some cut bait for tomorrow. Eric, but thanks for coming in, Eric. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Miss Giggy, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Giggy? Miss Giggy says hi, everyone. Let's see, California says hi. Let's see, Caroline, what's going on? How are you doing, Carolina? Carol said, yeah, I see you. I'm Carolina. California, Carolina, bippity boppity boo. I see. Danny, what's going on? How you doing, Danny? Danny message retracted. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Mike. How you doing, Danny? Let's see, Caroline says, LOL. All right, 14 people and 9 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get this, let's see if I can get some more on this one. We're going to put a fresh one on. What the heck? Yeah, we're just getting started. Already got one bluegill. Yeah, I know, using bait. I'm cheating, right, folks? Should be using flat-out artificials down here, but, I'm sorry about the trash around the bank and stuff, folks. This is a public lake, so you're gonna have to handle that crap around here. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes in these public lakes. That's a terrible cast. We got 15, 20 mile per hour winds right now, so I'm fighting this stuff. That's better. Hope you guys enjoy the show today, my friends. Yeah, they obviously stocked this lake with channel catfish because there's a lot of people fishing here. Pop, pop, come on. Come on, just messing with it there. Pop, pop, pop. Got him. Yeah, that's bait size. Yeah, that's going in the bag. Yeah, that's going in the bag, folks. Number 2, though. Yeah, we're keeping some for bait today, folks. Yeah, that's perfect size for the river. I can cut that into like 4 or 5 chunks. So the bigger ones we're going to be letting go. The smaller ones we're going to be keeping for cut bait. So that one's going in the bag. Yeah, this is the closest location to be getting cut bait for the river. I should have brought my cast net too, but it's actually illegal down here. I don't like to use it unless I'm really going for shad. And I don't really see any schools of shad up because of this wind. Hard pressed to cast this cast net on the right side. Oh, dang, dude. Got that worm off. Well, got a little piece left. That's not enough. Hope you guys enjoy the show today, my friends. Temperature's about 75. Gonna get into the mid-80s today. Perfect day to be out here. Cast for some bass, some crappie, bluegill. It's an awesome little day. All right, that looks better. A little junk worm on it. There are pretty good significant possibilities of getting some channel with these little worms too. Yeah, this is just our first spot, folks. This is the kind of the furthest location I could get to where there wasn't like 50 people fishing. The other side of the lake where we usually fish for around that fountain's got like a ton of people fishing for I suppose catfish and stuff. Hop it, drop it. Yeah, this wind is going to be our nemesis today, folks. This 15, 20 mile per hour stuff can be a little tough to got him. Yeah, that's another little itty bitty guy. Number 3, folks. Yeah, well, that's actually a long-eared, so I'm going to let this one go. Yeah, that's a little... That's our 3rd of the day, though, folks. Yeah, that's a long-eared, so that's one of those hybrids they put in here. Yeah, this one's so small I can't get him by the mouth. Yeah, these guys are usually big enough to where I can hold them by the mouth, but I can barely get that one. Number 3, folks. All right, see you, buddy. Yeah, that's one of those long-ears they stocked in here, so I'm going to throw that one back. I'll keep bluegill and I'll keep green sunfish. Man, they're just tearing them worms up. Hang on, folks. Let me get catch hopefully one more of these guys before I come back and check that shaft. I know I got a ton of worms in here. I just got to find them. There we are. And there we are, folks. I'm sure there's some catfish around here too. We can probably catch them on the worms too. So there's a lot more species in here than you think that we can catch on worm. Plus, like I said, I do have a spinnerbait. I have rooster tails, have craws, that type of thing. Should be able to get some diversified species down here. Yeah, that one. Yeah, there are a lot of these little guys down here, man. Oh, that's actually quite a little bit bigger. That's about 5 inches. That's 5 or 6 inches. So, let's see how big that is. Just a hair under 6 inches. So, that one's getting bigger, folks. Yeah, that's a pretty guy there. Yeah, that's about the size where you'd want to start keeping. 6 inches and up. I know people like keeping them about 7 inches and up, but this is a little public lake. They don't get all that big in here. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep, that's number 4, folks. Let's see, 49 people in. Let's see, an 18 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends. Let's see, Danny says hi, Miss Giggy, with the heart emojis. Danny says hi, Caroline. Let's see, Caroline says hi, Danny. Let's see, Caroline says hi, California. Miss Giggy says Danny. Let's see, Jay, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Jay says, I'm just trying my best to make it. I got you, my friend. I hope you feel better. I hope things get better for you, my friend. Let's see, boy, that's some right. Amy, what's going on? How you doing, Amy? Amy says I'm new. I'm up from Indonesia. Nice to meet you. Spirit always. Nice to meet you too, my friend. This is St. Louis, Missouri. We're in a little lake called Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis. Let's see, Amy says hi. Amy says, yep, fish on, my friend. Let's see, Care Bear, what's going on? How you doing, Care Bear? And Mohammed, how you doing today? Let's see, California says, hi all. See, Mahad with the fishy emojis. I do appreciate that, my friend. Let's see, Mahad says hi. And Mahad with the heart emojis. Appreciate that too, my friend. Thank you. RS, place very, very nice. Yeah, this is a little lake called Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, this lake is, let's see, our species in this lake are, let's see, largemouth bass, we've got bluegill, crappie, channel catfish, common carp, long-eared sunfish, and green sunfish. Yeah, there's some big bass in this lake. Largemouth bass, they get up to about 8.5, 9 pounds in this lake. My personal best in Missouri was in this lake. Just over 10 pounds, 10.2 pounds. That scared the heck out of me, man. I keep forgetting that the forest people that work on the park down here, they can drive up and down this this stuff. Now you're actually not supposed to drive your cars, but people do it anyway. We're just down here today. I figured I'd come down. 15, 20 mile per hour wind day. It's going to be blowing right into our faces in that cove down on the river. So I figured come down here, catch some bait. The wind's going to be blowing in a different direction tomorrow, so we'll be able to fish that river. Get some cut bait. Set around here, fish for some bass and crappie and other fun species I don't fish for that much. Yeah, it's our first spot too, folks. We got a massive lake to kind of work around. I wonder where these bass are today. Yeah, I could put a bottom bouncer on, but I'd much prefer to cast a moving bait like a spinnerbait or crankbait or something. That's a big shad just hit the surface out there. Weird. Max surface way out there. Top. What that was. Alright, let me take one more cast with the spinnerbait before I switch up to a worm and see if I can catch some more bluegill and maybe a catfish or something. Now the carp do hit worm in this lake, so there's still a pretty good chance of getting a carp in this lake on worm. They don't hit quite as much as corn, but I didn't really want to hassle with fishing with corn and stuff too, especially when I still had plenty of worms dug. All right. I'm not sure. There might be some bass in this spot, but they might be holding out deeper or chasing crawfish or something rather than shad. Another worm on here. Yeah, I got that little lid on there to make sure I don't get her blown over as much. Yeah, you guys are planted in the ground because we got 15, 20 mile per hour winds today. At least we're catching some fish, my friends. That can be tough down here sometimes, just finding some fish. A lot of this lake will be thrown with cast netters, and they keep everything. I mean everything with cut bait. They even keep the bass sometimes with cut bait. Now, I'll keep bluegill and shad. That's perfectly legal. You can actually catch them on hook and use those for bait, but crappie, largemouth, any bluegill over about 6 inches long, you're supposed to throw back. Come on, buddy. Come on. enjoy the show today. The name of this title of the video is Let's Go. Interesting, I didn't get a pop of that cap. Bluegill might be a little scattered too. This wind is like, this is tough for them. Tough for me to even see the bobber out here. Actually, I can't see it. Where is it? There it is, right by the bank. I can go out anywhere. Man, wind is like, might be going over the other side here soon enough, because actually just as much wind on the other side, because we had a tornado down here last summer and tore a lot of the trees down. Got him. Hey, a little guy. Let's see, number 5, folks. That's a pretty little guy there. Give me my worm, dang it. Dude. Stingy little suckers. Trying to eat my worm. Yeah, that's number 5. That's another. That's a little bit too big to be using for cut bait again. That's a nice little 5-incher. Gotta love it, folks. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'd probably be better off casting this with my open face, but then again, if I do that, I won't have the spinning combo to cast the spinner bait with it. So, plus if all else fails, I can always switch that to a rooster tail. I actually do get quite a number of big largemouth on rooster tails in this lake. Alright, that's back, folks. Yeah, this wind sucks today. Whenever she dies down for a split second, I get a pretty good cast. Yeah, we got about 10 gusting to about 20, it seems. Mostly sunny. We do have a few fair clouds out here, not much. Beautiful spring day. Yeah, this was just my first idea here, folks. We can move down a little bit, move down a little bit further, and such and such. And there are plenty of spots in this lake, on this side of the lake anyway, it's open for this. Now that other side over there, not so much. Yeah, there are basically 3 big, like, small lakes that are interconnected in this park. They're connected by bridges that go across, and that's just like maybe 15-foot wide tunnel. Yeah, this is the deepest part of the lake. This does go about maybe 8-10 feet deep in the middle. It's not very deep, to be honest. That's just what's going on. Yeah, this wind might be a little bit too hard for them to deal with on this part of the lake, so we might be moving here in a minute. Yeah, there's a lot of lake that we can fish, folks, so no worries about that. I was kind of thinking on the other side of these trees. Not this first tree, the second. set of trees over there. Might be a little more out of the wind over there. With, I mean, those trees might be blocking a little bit. I kind of wanted to fish on that other end, but there's too many people fishing. Maybe these bluegills seem to be spooky right now. Interesting. Might just have picked the wrong spot. Got him. Got him. Yeah, these are some little guys, but yeah, fish is a fish, folks. Number 6. Yeah, that's another small male. Yeah, this one looks about the right size for cut bait. Number 6, folks. Yeah, we're gonna keep this one for cut bait. That's about the right size. Very shiny. Should work very good down on the river. Let's go back and check that chat. See what's going on. Let's see, 74 people in and 39 thumbs up. Incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, there's a big catfish just hit the surface out there in the middle. Dang, that was loud. All right, where were we in chat here? I hope this wind block is doing its job. All right, here we are. Let's see, first place, very nice fishing. Oh, it's a very nice place to fish. Yes, see, Calm, no problem. It's place. I understand you, my friend. Let's see, Amy says, windstorm, fast to this. The summer is nice to for swimming. Yeah, a little bit warmer. It'll be a good time to do a little bit of swimming. Let's see, Sapri, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Sapri says hi. Let's see, Eddie says, in the afternoon, catch fish, then live. Let's see, Scooter, what's going on? How you doing, Scooter? Scooter says, Mike, brother, buddy. Scooter says, Mike, everyone. Emmy says, Scooter next. Let's see, Scooter says, a myth. Let's see, Danny says, catch a record, Mike. I'll work on it, my friends. See, John P, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? John P says MVP with the heart emojis. Danny with the fishy emojis. See, John B says, nice catch. I do appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, we're down here trying to see if we can catch some bait, you know, bluegill, like some cut bait, and we are also, you know, trying to catch some bass while we're doing it. Bass, crappie. See, Mr. Bait and Tackle, what's going on? How you doing, Bait and Tackle? Bait and Tackle says MVP. Let's see, David, what's going on? How you doing, David? David says, how are you doing today, brother? We're doing okay, my friend. Caught 5 bluegills so far. Got 2 of them about the perfect size for cut bait. We're also trying to catch some bass and crappie. Let's see, Jenny says, hi, Bait and Tackle. Miss Giggy says, Mr. Bait and Tackle. And David. Let's see, Jenny says, hi, David. Let's see, the Outdoorsman, what's going on? Outdoorsman says, what's up? What's up, my friend? Hope you're having an awesome day today. All right, we're caught up with chat. Back to some fishing. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit bigger piece of worm on. I think these bluegill are having trouble finding this stuff in this dang on wind. I hope the signal quality is good, folks. We've been having a little problem with resolution recently. Of course, every day we come out, there's like 15, 20 mile per hour winds, so that doesn't help. And we're gonna put a little bit more substantial piece of worm on here. See if we can coerce like a catfish or something to hit. It would be nice to get a couple pound channel catfish too. And these guys seem a little spooky down here in this cove. We might be moving. Pop. Got him. Got him. That's a little bigger. Oh yeah, that's much bigger. Yeah, that's a nice size one there, folks. That's about yep, that's 6 inches. Yeah, that's a gorgeous male there, folks. You can tell the difference between the males and the females when they get bigger because of those colorations. Yeah, these guys. Look out of you. There we go. Yeah, these bigger guys, you can see the males have got that purple, those brownish colors. The females will have like this golden color. Beautiful bluegill. Gotta love it, my friends. Gotta love it. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, a little bit bigger piece of worm worked, didn't it? Yeah, they might just be having trouble finding this bait in this wind. And to be honest, I should have brought my cane pole. Now that I think about it. Probably should have brought the old cane pole. There's usually big green sunfish and stuff in here right by the bank. See if I can get a green sunfish on here. You know? That kind of leads me to believe maybe there's some bass sitting in here really close to the bank. That would explain why I'm not really getting any bluegill straight right by the bank. I haven't fished this for bass in a bit, so I'm not. Got him. Got him, folks. Got him. Yeah, that's another nice one. That's a little under 6 inches, probably about 5 3/4. Another nice one. That's another male. That's another male, folks. Gorgeous guy. Yeah, she's yeah, just a hair under 6 inches, so beautiful fish, folks. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. See 76 people still in it, seeing 48 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see. Christopher, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Christopher says, show the lake. All right, my friend. This is the part of the... This is the one cove down here. She goes around and keeps going around and around and around until she gets back all the way around there. And this is just the first cove. So there are let me refresh this, because when you move the camera down here, it'll pixelate for you. Gotta reset that, folks, real quick. I see Christopher says nice. All right, my friend. Yeah, this is just one part. There are 3 separate locations. If you saw that bridge when I was going by it, that connects to another one, and that connects to another one further down there. So there are 3 of them like that. Stuff's coming out of my bag here. Let's see, BJ's, what's going on? How you doing, BJ's? BJ says, hey, y'all. How you doing today, my friend? We're down here at Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri, catching some cut bait for the river. We've also got a spinnerbait on, trying to see if we can catch some bass and crappie while while we're doing that, already got two in the bag down there. Let's see. BJ says, doing great. Thank you. Great to hear, my friend. We've caught 6 bluegills so far. I haven't gotten any bass yet, but bass can be a little trickier in this lake. Yeah, sometimes they can be right by the bank, sometimes they can be a little further out. I'm sure if I put a little rooster tail or something on, I could probably get some smaller bass, but this little spinnerbait usually seems to get a few in the couple pound range at least. Assuming I can find the little stinkers. I should probably put the rooster tail on, to be honest. The way this wind is blowing, especially in this particular location, it's kind of, well, let me see if I can find one of my bass rooster tails. If I can't find one of my bass rooster tails, I'll put on a smaller rooster tail. Hang on, folks, let me get this on here. Yep, that's one of my bass rooster tails. That's right there, perfect. Exactly where I left her. For once, something is where I left her in my tackle box. I know you guys have had that problem, right, folks, where you put something down in your tackle box and you come back a week later and it's not in that location. It's like on the other side of the box. I know that feeling for sure. Let me retie this real quick. Yeah, for some reason, sometimes when the wind's blowing really heavily, these rooster tails will get you more fish than the spinnerbait. Now, if I get into some structure down there, I'm going to put that spinnerbait back on, but it's open water. Plus, it allows me to really bomb that bait out there deep. Get that bait moving, get that bait out there. Where are my clippers? There they are. And always trim your tag ends up, folks, especially on these end lines. Yeah, that little tag end will ruin the action of that lure, so you just gotta kind of flip that tag in. All right, I switched to one of my bass rooster tails. This is one of my favorite. This is a ½ ounce. I believe it's a #2 rooster tail. It's in a shad pattern, so let's see if we can catch some. That's what I probably should have been casting. So if I can get more than just bass on this particular bait, I can also get some big crappie. Bluegill will hit it. I tend to like my my spinnerbaits, but I can work that spinnerbait pretty much through. Oh, that's a pop, man. How'd I miss that fish? Pop, pop. I did it again. Dang, dude. Now you can tell a strike on these because it feels totally different, and I just threw into the dang reeds down there. Crap. Wind just blew me right to the bank. Hang on, folks. Really do. Sorry, I had to take a step in the dang on water. Yeah, I got it out, but I had to take a step in the water. Now I have to retie this again. Oh. Yeah, that wind just blew me off course. I was like cast out there and it wound up hitting the dang old bank. take me a second to get through these eyes again. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, my friends. And another thing about this lake is, yep, no snakes. A few turtles, that's about it. Yeah, this is a public lake, so I ain't even seen a garden snake up here in 20 years. Yeah, garden snakes are completely harmless. They don't even bite. You see them around like abandoned houses and stuff in the city, around the sides of the buildings and where the trees are growing up, boards and stuff sticking out. They feed primarily on insects and worms, so their competition when it comes to, you know, getting bait like worms and stuff, they do their job as far as keeping ants down, and the bigger ones do eat a few rats, but not many. They don't get that big. They only get about maybe 3 or 4 inches long. They're pretty small snakes. I mean, you can bait. I've heard of people trying to keep them as pets, but unfortunately, they don't live in captivity very well. They live fine. It's just they don't eat. So basically, the people that keep those in captivity, they pretty much have to just let it out for a couple of hours in their backyard in like a pen or something, and let it sit out there like it's free. All right, we're back, folks. Yeah, I got to be more accurate with this dang thing. Yeah, that wind is just gonna blow me off course bad. First cast down there, I got 3 or 4 pops, and then kind of slowed down there. Next small one, I'm spinning. What about the pop? As soon as I got her to spin. That's a pretty hard pop, too. And that felt pretty good, that one. I wanted one of the smaller ones. Oh, got him. Fish on, folks. Fish on. What do we got? What do we got now, folks? Bluegill. Look at the size of that. You hit that rooster tail, man. That rooster tail is almost as big as he is. Get that hook out of you, buddy. Yeah, that rooster tail only has 1 barb on it left. The rest of them, so that's our 7th bluegill of the day so far, folks. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I found an artificial I'm catching fish on. That's part of the job right there, is finding something they'll hit. Let's see. BJ says cool. Let's see, BJ says, where is this at? This is Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's see. Cipra says hi. How you doing, Cipra? See, Miss Gigi says, just in time for a small one. Hey, we're catching fish, said Miss Gigi. And I do appreciate you coming in, my friend. I'm sure I'm going to get some different species on this, but we're just getting started today, folks. Got to figure out a good pattern. Worm always seems to work, but put a rooster tail or something on. That's a good surefire way to catch some fish. Yeah, with this wind blowing in this corner, this rooster tail should catch them. Assuming I can keep the crud off of it. This lake is like covered with crap on the bottom of it, to be honest. A lot of leaves, garbage. The majority of it just blows in from the city. Yeah, the city streets. We're right in the middle of North St. Louis down here. Yeah, stick bass. Stick bass, folks. Tree fish. Tree and a half pounder. That's a 3 1/4. That ain't a 3 1/2. Not quite a 3 1/2 yet. Probably better off with this bait standing up. He drags the bottom quite a bit. That was a perfect cast there. But it's blowing off, of course, now with the wind. Got him. It's on, folks. It's on. What we got this time? That's a little bigger. And got me in front. That is quite a bit bigger, folks. I don't know what got me in. And that's not much bigger. She just got me in some stuff. Just got me in some garbage there. That's number 8 so far today, folks. Yeah, that's another little guy. That's number 8 though, folks. Seven or 8. I think this is 8. Yeah, another little guy. Hey, but a fish is a fish, right, folks? Should probably be trying to use these for live bait down here. Oh, honestly. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, funny, they're having trouble finding the worm out here, but they're hitting a rooster tail. And a bass-sized food. Yeah, what I kept the rod tips up higher. The way she doesn't drag that bottom as bad. Pop. Got snagged up. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. There's got to be a nice bass up and down the shoreline in this one spot. I know there has to be. We're not going to give this much longer, folks. It just takes a quick move with the scooter and everything right over there to the other side, and I'll refresh her to keep the signal quality good. Because I know whenever you move right now, for some reason with me, we're losing our signal quality every time I move. I don't know why that is. More garbage. A lot of gunk in this lake. Fish around it, fish through it, fish over the top of it, and make do. Oh, he had it. Tough to fish. Tough to get a cast with this stuff. It's not spinning at all. Why that didn't spin? Maybe I got her bent up a little bit. These guys you can bend a little bit to make them spin better. See if I did her any good. Oh yeah, that's spinning real easy now. And the blades on these guys are designed so you can bend them a little bit. That way you can keep that blade spinning faster or slower depending upon what you want. I want her to spin fast in this stuff. If I was fishing in a river or something, I want that blade to spin a little slower because that current would be pulling that blade. That was a fish. Yeah, this lake doesn't have any current, so I want that blade to spin very fast. The faster she spins, the more blast, more vibration, more all that good stuff. Stuff that keeps that bait. Get her to get strikes. Come on, big guys, I know you're out here. That's another nice fish that's hit the surface over here. Pop. Oh, that was up. I just had that blade stop spinning. Popped it to get it to go moving again, and she hit it. I think what's happening is they're hitting it, and they're moving so fast at it, I'm not even feeling the strike. Whenever I don't feel that blade spinning, I need to set that hook. Got him. Yep. Did I mean about him doing that? Yeah, that's a nice one there. That's a solid 6, 6.5. That's about 6, but a decent male. All right, hang on, folks. I'm going to come check that chat here. If you guys are enjoying the show today, these are a little bit too big to use for cut bait. Yeah, little sucker won't open his mouth. There we go, folks. Boy, that's a gorgeous male. Beautiful. Yeah, that's about, that's a hair under 6 inches again. So 5 9/10, very close to 6 inches. That'd be good eater size. I mean, you know, cut that, skin that. I mean, gut that, cut its head off. Scale that real quick. Bread that up and soak that in butter or milk. Fry that in a pan. That little salt, little pepper. They taste great. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. That's number 9 so far, folks. Number 9. Let's see, Tino, what's going on? How you doing, Tino? Tino says this is MH of the GV. But we're in STL MO. At St. Louis, Missouri. I just put that right down on my other rod, dude, didn't I? Dang it. I need to put this worm up for now. I'm gonna concentrate on this little rooster tail for a bit. She seems to be working okay, so let's focus in on her. Maybe I got the bluegill spot. Maybe I have to look around and find some bass and crappie spots. Right. Oh yeah, I know why this had crap on it. Whenever you get that stuff on there, it ruins your potential cast. Bass is just not gonna hit anything. It's just not gonna hit that with that crap on there. Hot, come on. Stop it from spinning. Huh? spinning really good now. Oh, I think I got some garbage again. Or is that a fish? I think that's a fish. Yep, that's a fish, folks. That feels pretty good. What you got? That was a big bluegill. Man, I didn't even realize that was a. Man, that was a big one. That was an 8 or 9 incher. Man. Yeah, but that's what happens when you pinch the barbs down on these guys to make sure that if a bass or something gets that deep, it doesn't hurt them. You're gonna lose a few fish, but it's worth it. Yeah, that's a big bluegill there. Got him. Got him again, folks. Got him. We've got another nice bluegill. Yeah, these are some darker ones. These got to be on beds. That's our 10th so far. We're broken into double digits. And we're using artificials now. We ain't even using bait. Yeah, that is a dark, beautiful male. That's about 6.5. So, yeah, that's a male there, folks. That's a beautiful one there, folks. Check this guy out. I get him in here really close. Look at the colorations on this guy. Dark brown. Yeah, that's a better there. He's got his tuxedo on. Gorgeous bluegill, folks. Absolutely wonderful. Gotta love it. You, buddy. Thank you. At number 11. We've broken into the double digits. Ow, what the heck was that? Whew, that stung. Yeah, I don't want to sit on a bee down here. That would not be good. Let's see. Flava, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Flava's up 58 thumb up. Awesome, my friend. 55 and 59 thumbs up. Awesome. That's just incredible, my friend. Jen says a big fish. There's some big largemouth in this lake, but we got to work around. Let's see, John, what's going on? How you doing, John? John says hi. All right. I think I'm caught up with Chad here. Yeah, let's get back to the fishing. Get back to the fishing, my friends. Oh, Pop, come on. I'm kind of curious. I have got smaller rooster tails, so I got a bass rooster tail on. It's crazy sometimes, folks, but sometimes a smaller bait will catch you better fish as opposed to the bigger bait will catch you the smaller fish. It's weird like that. It really is. It just depends upon what they're feeding on. Now, if they're feeding on like a smaller bait, you're better off using a smaller bait as opposed to a larger one. Assuming I can find my dang on smaller rooster tails. There's an interesting little color there. I haven't cast that in a while. There's a smaller rooster tail. That's a hot pink. Yeah, I haven't cast this one in a while. It's not since trout fishing. I'll try this smaller rooster tail here. I don't know, but it's worth a shot. It doesn't make sense, but until you think about the idea that it just depends upon what type of bait they're using. I mean, what type of bait they're eating. I mean, if they're eating like little itty bitty fry or something, it would make sense. Even a 4-pound largemouth would hit a tiny friggin' lure as opposed to a larger one. All right, that. Nope, Missed the eye. The eye there. Come on, you little stinker, get in there. There we go. Yeah, I can always put the other rooster tail back on, assuming I know where the heck I put it. There it is. Sometimes these smaller rooster tails can work better than the larger ones. But I'm getting a lot of strikes out here. I just seem to be missing them. Bending that blade a little bit to make that so that spins better. All right, we're trying on a little hot pink. Yep, another inline spinner, a little rooster tail. Yeah, this is a much smaller one. This is one of my trout rooster tails. Throw that right to the tip this way. Good. That's pretty good cast. Next one. This one was the right idea. I don't know. Maybe this hot pink is too bright. Got him. Got him, folks. Oh, yep. First crappie. First crappie of the day. Change sizes, change colors, and caught a nice little crappie. That's about a 7-incher. Not too big, but new species. Cool crappie, folks. Yeah, hit the what is it? The hot pink rooster tail. I love it, folks. Beautiful. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Appreciated. Why that reel grab onto my dang leg? Weird. Weird. I don't know. I see 44 people and 63 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Etsy Clippin says, that water is moving, boys. Yep, we've got 15, 20 mile per hour winds out here right now. Etsy Melvin, what's going on? Bad boy Melvin is in the house. Bad boy Melvin says, woohoo, he's number 63. Denny says, hi, Melvin. Etsy Bambi, what's going on? How you doing, Bambi? Oh, Bambi was 63. I got you, my friend. Let's see. Melvin says, good luck today. And hi, Miss Giggy. How you doing, Melvin? Let's see. Danny says, hi, Bambi. Miss Giggy says, Melvin and Bambi. Let's see. Melvin says, hi, Danny. Let's see. Bambi says, hey, Danny. Hi, Miss Giggy. All right. 40 people in and 64 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe today. If you're not subscribed already and you haven't liked, I mean, if you have, if you've done it already, that's fine. But you know, I don't know. You're like me, an old guy. You sometimes forget. That tied around a friggin' tip. Look at that. I'm gonna have to retie that. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes to unknot that when I can spend 5 seconds to retire. I wonder where my blues are. I've got some blue rooster tails in here. Yeah. Always when you want something, you can't friggin' find it. I'm looking here, folks. I don't know where the heck everything is. See, yeah, they stuck in there. Doesn't look like it. There's a divine swim bait. And a little plastic clip. my super backup rooster tail if ever I lose them all. Got that one left. There's a weighted. That would be something I would need for a bottom bouncer or something. Yeah, I do not know where to freaking. I should have had 2 rooster tails left in here, and I didn't seem to find the stinker. I have my little hot tank, but I can't find my blue. Interesting. I wonder if it might be in my other bag. I wonder. That's it. Stupid stuff in here. Just one real quick look, see if it's in here. I don't think I put it in here, but I'll look. Yeah, I did put one in here. Yep, there it is. Wonder where that little stinker went. Yeah, I don't remember putting it in there, but apparently I did. Whatever. Whatever, folks. As long as I found it. And I got my crap all messed up here. Alright, that's closed back up. Let's get this tied back. Get this tied on here and see if we can catch some more. It's got a tip dent on it. Wonder how that happened. On a rock or something down on the river. Yeah, I use these rooster tails in a lot of places, folks. I've caught stripers on them. I've caught rainbow trout. I've caught white bass, skipjack herring, bluegill, largemouth, green sunfish, occasionally a catfish like a channel or a small flathead. Now, I've hooked some big flathead on these smaller rooster tails, but I never seem to land them because their hooks are not really designed to land anything over about 4 or 5 pounds. Not to say you can't land them on it, it's just it gets tough. Where is my stupid clippers? That's the reason why I hate bringing clippers. I mean, even that small pair of clippers I just lost. There. No, that's not it. That's a long pair. Oh, whatever. Just have to trim this with my lighter. Frustrating, but that happens. I'm sure it's down here somewhere. I'll just never find it. I'll just have to trim this with my lighter. I don't even like putting a lighter on the live feed. You know how YouTube is. Just take me a quick second here. Be right back out there in just a second, my friend. Show you this new bait we're using. Alright, she's trimmed. Put my lighter back up. Get in there. Get in there. That's one thing I don't like to lose is my lighter. I hate losing lighters. Alright. Got on a little silver and blue. So a little silver and blue color. Let me get that in here closer for you guys so you can see it. All right. Oh, spinning okay. Yeah, that's one thing you gotta watch with these guys. Gotta get them spinning. If they don't spin, they don't catch any fish. Wind. Made the whole thing stop spinning. That wind blowing like that. What I got? I got some crap again. Yeah, now there's another stick bass. I want to move back down. I want to move down that way. Yeah, not spinning at all. Look at that. Not spinning. That entire cast. Not one spin. Look. These blades tend to be easy, so every once in a while you got to bend them back. If they're going to be hitting artificials, I might as well just cast artificials today. I might just put the spinnerbait on my bait cast. That way I can cast both of them down here. Kind of switch between rooster tails. Another bottom here. One bottom. And that's hate it when you're about ready to pull it up and suddenly it pops up and flaps right in your dang old face. Wind die down. Come on, get a cast over here. So we've caught 11 bluegills so far and a crappie. Perfect cast. Wind blowing that, what's perfect? Oh, pop, come on. Oh, come on. Dang. Amazing I can land a 12-pound blue cat on the same rod and reel combo as I'm using to catch bluegill and crappie and stuff. That's not spinning at all. Got him. Oh, stupid stick again. That wind blew me right into the bank. Thought I had a fish because that should have been out deeper than that, but apparently the wind blew me in. Come on, let go over the tip. Yeah, I knew that wasn't let go. I had to do something. Yeah, I think I'll put the, I think we'll start working around here. I know, I promised you guys I was going to move around, but started having fun with these guys. I suppose we can always come back to this spot. Got him. Got him, folks. That's a nice bluegill there. Yeah, that's definitely over 7 inches there. That's, let's see, pinch that, yeah, 7 1/4. Yeah, that's a big male there, folks. Another big male. Gorgeous fish, folks. Another nice bluegill. Yeah, he's got his tuxedo on as well. He's in there probably guarding a nest, which means he's bedding, but their beds are known as nests. So, because they'll lay their eggs and the males are guarding them till they hatch, pretty much. Gotta love it, folks. Gotta love it. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. All right, let's check that chat and see what's going on. I see 30 people in. Let's see, 68 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. Let's see, Miss Giggy. Let's see, Danny says, hey, let's see, Bambi says, hey, Danny and Miss Giggy. Let's see, Bambi with the retracted message. Let's see, Bambi with the fishy emojis. Evan, no skunk. Yeah, that's 12 bluegill and a crappie so far we've caught today. Let's see, good night, Munchie. What's going on? How you doing, Munchie? Let's see, Bambi says the left. Oops. Let's see, Munchie says, good afternoon, everyone. Let's see, Don, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Don says, hey. What you after today? Wind's bad. There as it is here. I see I've tried those down here several times. Never had a luck. Beetle spins are the ticket. Or underspins with yeah, it just depends upon the locations. I don't have much luck with beetle spins down here now. I do get them on underspins. Yeah, we're down in Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri today. We've caught 12 bluegill and a crappie so far. Bambi says, I hit myself in the head once with getting ow. Yeah, it happens to us all, actually. See, Donnie, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Donnie says, not a bad day. Bluegill and crappie. Yep. I do have a bass. I'm going to put on a spinner bait on my bait caster. We're going to move down a little bit to see if we can catch some bass. Let's see, Bambi with the thumbs up and the fishy emojis. I appreciate it, Bambi. Thank you. Let's see, 21 people in and 68 thumbs up. Awesome. I think we're going to move down here. Yeah, I think this spot is, I'm sure we can keep on catching bluegill here, but I'm going to see if I can get a bass or something to hit. Which kind of reminds me, I want to fix this other rod up real quick. It doesn't take long to move. I mean, that's one of the good things of the way I have my live feed set up. It only takes a second to get everything reorganized. I need to take this worm off. I fished with worm here for a few minutes. Thought there might be some catfish or something here, but there's a lot of bluegill in here. And we can always go back to the worm later. I do have some worms with me. I mean, it's always a good idea to have a few worms with you. And we've been fishing the river a lot, so I thought it'd be a good change of pace. What I could probably tie this this larger. Yeah, I don't know. I want my spinnerbait on this, assuming I can find a dang thing. I hate it when I put something down and it ain't here 5 minutes later. Jeez. Oh, there it is, on the side of the box. We got 15, 20 mile per hour wind, so it is possible to blew out a dang old bag. Yeah, there are some big bass in this lake, folks. We're fishing in Fairgrounds Park in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't think I got that. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, this is a, I'll show you the spinnerbait. I'm not sure if people have come in and seen this yet. This is one of my favorite lures. Now, I switch up the blades on her, and I switch up the trailers and skirts and everything. This is one of my favorite. I have to trim this line again. Yeah, this is a little what is it? Strike King Mini Colorado spinnerbait. Now I've got that tip with one of Steve Turner's like little hand pours, and I think I got that a little long on that one. Probably explains why I've been missing those strikes on that. Let me just put that off a little bit more. Yeah, this is one of his hand pours. This is one of his double-tailed trick worms. That's the worst dang. Yeah, that was horrible, Michael. Gotta get that straight on there. It's not gonna work right. All right, there we go. Just a little, see that, the little trailer on there. All right, I think we're gonna move, folks. It doesn't take long. I just wanted to get that rigged up before we move down. Pop that in the bag. That in there, that in there. See, this needs to be zipped up. Zip. Rods. Go over and grab our scooter, and we'll be right over to the next spot. You guys enjoying the show today, my friends? All right. Just a quick little trot over here to the next spot. I will refresh it because I know how she likes to pixelate until I set her down. Yeah, I could ride this over here, but it's not worth getting everything off the tripod and everything. We'll just walk her. We'll just walk her down here. Yeah, this is my only mode of transportation is this little electric scooter. All right, we're here, folks. Let's see about setting the camera up new here. Yeah, I have to bury this into the ground because with this wind, it's like too much. Like too much wind. I gotta bury these bases down in the ground, or she gets blown over in 10 seconds. All right, that should hold her. All right, there we are. Next spot, my friends. Let me check with the thing here, see what's going on in chat. Yeah, I got a wind block over here. It's one of the reasons why you guys are not being bothered by the wind. And hopefully that's pretty well planted. Let's see, Bambi says hi. Let's see, Donnie says we've been doing great on wacky rigs, trick worms lately. That seems to be the ticket in South Mississippi right now. Let's see, I fish on weightless. Yeah, I could try that. I mean, I've got some trick worms around here, and I've got some wacky rigs. Very easy to put a trick worm on there, wacky rig style. All you need is basically a hook. I do a lot of catfishing, so those catfish hooks are pretty good. The 1-aughts, they're great for wacky rigs. Let me trim this hook up real quick. I forgot to do that. All right, that's trimmed. Yeah, we got that spinnerbait on. that camera. It's like, okay, yeah. I got 3 5 feet left of me. Hopefully, the bass can even see it for its spinnerbait and stuff. Use a big old Colorado. Right over the tree, Michael. Yeah, this wind is going to make I can wing the back to the top, but I have to wait. I am so surprised I'm not getting pulverized by smaller bass like this. Pretty much working on a slow like there's no way I'm going to be able to catch that smaller tail down here. I'm going to have to go to my bigger one. Well, we're going to take a few casts nevertheless to prove a point. This wind's even worse down here. I thought it would be kind of odd if it was down here, but apparently it's worse down here. I can't cast this at all, this wind. Not at all. That's a cast. Finally got a cast. Adam, go on there. Really want the sucker to slow down. Hard to really cast this stuff in this wind. Over my head, over the left. These trees they should have trimmed down here in this lake. They didn't trim. The rest of them they cut down. The ones that really didn't need to be done to anything because one branch fell off of them during a tornado. I have to go twice before that's not going at all. Not in this wind. Looks like I'm gonna have to go to a bigger rooster tail down here. I can't. Even when I get a cast in here, this one's not spinning because it's the wind's blowing so quickly. I can't catch up to the sucker before she. It's just too late. I got half her all the way in here. Yeah, we're gonna go back to our bass rooster tail. This one's not. Yeah, the smaller ones, I can't cast them in this stupid wind today. This is frustrating. There's my clipper sitting right there. I was wondering where they've been. There are my clippers. I wonder where I put the little stinkers. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Let me pick up the cast before I come check that cat again, okay? This one I can really cast. So I can stop it. Wind that'll blow me right to the main bank. Funny, that door cast out there and went over there. They did that pretty good. Hey, crap on it. That explains why you didn't want nothing to do with it. You're not supposed to tear stuff like that down. Tree stuck over my head, I'm pretty much stuck with it. I'm supposed to damage the flora and fauna in the lake. Rock. Take a couple casts over on that side. Man, that's rough. Spinning. Garbage. Actual garbage. Now, this is a public lake, so you get a lot of crap on your line. That did not have hit something right there. I don't think there's anything right there. What is there? Whatever that is, it's not coming off. It's not a pretty rock. We got a little 6 in there. That's weird. Alright, tell you what, folks, I'm going to come check that chat while I'm back here. See what's going on. Let's see, 26 people in and 74 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends. Helps out the channel so much. It's the NJ Guard. What's going on? How you doing, NJ? NJ Guard says, hey, Mike. Let's see, Denny says hi. Denny says hi again. Let's see, Denny says hi, NJ. Danny says hi a 3rd time. Let's see, Arnold, what's going on? How you doing, Arnold? Arnold says, what's up, bro? How you doing today, my friend? We're down at Fairgrounds Park today. Fishing for bass, bluegill, crappie. We've caught, let's see, 12 bluegill and a crappie so far. Yeah, the wind's blowing about, I don't know, like 15, 20 miles per hour right now, so a little tricky to fish down here. Up to something outdoors. How you doing, my friend? Up to something says good afternoon, all. Afternoon, my friend. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you're having a great day. How you doing today, by the way? 23 people in, 74 thumbs up. All right, I think everything's looking okay right now. All right. Back to that chat. Excellent fishing. Oh God, man, that was a hard pop. Dang. That did not feel like a bluegill. Man, that was out there deep too. That wasn't when I hit. That was like in pretty shallow when I hit the shit right there. But when I hit out there deep, like really pulverized. Like a nice little place I might cast a small rattle trap if I had one of them, but I ain't got one. Every few feet on here, it's just nothing but garbage, rags, trash. It's a shame people have to mess up the natural resources like that and think they're cracking with them. I will admit the majority of it blows in from the sewer, but still the same aspect. Every gas station down here has a trash can. Every store you go in has a trash can. You can't throw your trash in the daggone trash can. Garbage. More garbage. It's like my 9th trash bag so far today. I hit something on the bottom and I gave that a good nip and it's still stuff on there. Mark this kind of bait that has a trouble with its throat. Yeah, this wind has just got me off today, folks. It really has. Trying to keep the baits out there right now. Every single cast, like right when it gets near the strike zone, I get that crap on it. amazing that this many people fishing this pathetic little lake with like little channel catfish back in. People won't come down to the river. Oh, when a carp, that's a big old carp just jumped. Like that was one of them I've caught. He had a mark on the top of his head. I caught and released that fish once. I only went out carp fishing down here twice, and I got 2 big carp out of this lake already today. I mean, already this year, and caught and released both of them. Yeah, it looked like one of them I caught and released. Doing the tail wag thing, trying to get them leeches and parasites off their backs. Yeah, these shallow lakes, they do get some stuff on them. I think we're going to move here again, folks. This spot's not panning out. Should be some bass and stuff in here, but doesn't seem to be anything. We're going to move again. We're going to move here. Check that chat before I move on. We're going to do a quick ride behind us over down by this other shoreline. By this wall, I think I'm going to try. I'm not sure about this shoreline because unfortunately there's a lot of people fishing down this bank. Alright, that's back in there. See 23 awesome people in. It's seeing 78 thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Bambi says, fight are on, BBL. Luck and prayers. Let's see, Punka, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Punka says, MVP, hello. Again, my friend. How you doing today? Let's see, Red Bull. Let's see, Red Bull Princess, what's going on? How you doing, Princess? Princess says, hope everyone is having a great day and wonderful day and happy Thursday. Yep, happy Thursday, my friend. Let's see, Punka says, I hope you are having fun. Let's see, Punka says, Red Bull Princess. Let's see, Punka says hi. Let's see, Bouncer Slabs, what's going on? How you doing, Bouncer? Bouncer says, good afternoon. MVP. Bouncer says hi. Bouncer says, thank you for inviting me back to visit. You're very welcome, my friend. Let's see, Bouncer says, you're a great fisherman. Let's see, Good Old Boy, what's going on? How you doing? Good Old Boy says, what's up? Do you remember me? Yep, I remember you from the last feed. Our last feed down there, right when I was catching those white perch, right before I quit the feed. Let's see, Rich, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Rich says, get him. Let's see, Bouncer says, I know you will catch a pile. Awesome, my friends. I hope you're enjoying the show today. Yeah, I think we're going to move. We caught 12 bluegill and a crappie so far, so. Just seems like this lake's being overpressured right now. I have to keep on moving. Yeah, I don't have my jacket on. I can't ride my scooter and keep that cell phone in the tripod. So we're just going to have to walk her back over here to the left. No, I don't know. I mean, there's better structure over here to the right, but at the same time, yeah, that's where a lot of people fish over there. So I think we're moving back over here to the left. I think we'll move back over here to the left. A little bit more confident in locations that aren't being things fished. Now, I suppose we could go over the other side of the lake. That spot's usually fished, but there's no one fishing it right now. Got a lot of spots to try. All right. What is that doing, falling off my shoulder like that? All right. That looks like she's stabilized. Get out of the tree. Don't get into the tree, Michael. Don't get into the tree. We're gonna pull that up real quick. We can get a better run if we do it like this. Yeah, not an easy trick riding the scooter with the rods, but we're gonna give her a shot. It's not the throttle I have trouble with. It's the dang brake. So that's the problem. I can't really grip onto the throttle and the brake at the same time. Oh well. And we're just gonna give her a good push. Ah, come on. Yeah, well, we're just gonna have to walk her. I'm afraid I can't run I need at least one hand free to run this scooter, so that's not gonna work. And I do know she's gonna be pixelated when I get over here. I'll refresh her real quick to stabilize that signal. That's been happening a lot to us. Yeah, this is where we started here, so we're gonna go around. I do sure hope that wind block is helping, because we got 15, 20 mile per hour winds right now. It's a good little spot right here, but unfortunately I can't fish her right now because, well, I can fish her, but I can't keep you guys on the tripod. The wind will blow you guys over, even if I set her right to the ground. I could try setting her to the ground here and taking a few casts. Even that's probably going to get blown over. Oh, we'll try her, because this is a flat surface, so. Yeah, we're gonna set her right to the ground, folks. I usually have her up a little bit, but this wind is gonna be impossible to accomplish that task, so we're just gonna set her right down. Maybe that'll keep her from getting knocked over in this wind. I'm not sure about that. Let me make sure to refresh this so you guys get a clear picture. Here we go. All right, let's cast this spinnerbait over here for a minute. I'm hoping there's a nice bass or something to come out of these reeds. Yeah, it should be an okay camera view. Yeah, it could be a little closer. I know, all the way down to the ground, folks. That's the only way I can cast this. Keep you guys from getting blown over. Man, rolled on it. I don't know what that was, bluegill, crappie, bass, whatever, but she rolled on it. I felt that blade just stop for a second. always amazed that they don't want to come out and stuff. Find like spinnerbaits like that. One bass. We don't want one good bass today. One bass. One bass. One more cast with this one. I'll go to the, man, that is just not hitting where I want. I haven't hit where exactly where I wanted in all those casts. That's still like 3 feet over to the left. Man, it's hard into the cast in that one spot. That was tough to get her to cast in that one dang spot. Casts had rooster tail here and a couple casts over here too. That's going to be really tricky because I can feel a lot of crap on the ground, on the bottom. There's my rooster tail. There it is. Yeah, this is a bass size rooster tail because this wind is blowing so bad. Can't use a regular size down here. Come on. I hate at it. I was running with it. Crap. Yeah, the stick is not going to come off. Weeds or something, but a stick bass isn't going to come off. Once I touch something on the bottom, I know I got crap on this thing. It's not going to work. Yeah, see that? It's a little itty bitty tiny piece. At the bottom again. Ah, man. How can a fish grab a lure with trouble on it? And this, and I can grab everything on the bottom. Spinning. Look at that. Not spinning at all. Why? Now it starts spinning. 90% of that cast didn't spin at all. That's weird. Atta folks. There's a nice long-eared. Oh, that's just a regular bluegill. Okay. That's number 13. 13 bluegill and a crappie so far. Yeah, that's number 13, folks. Gorgeous fishy. Beautiful. Gotta love it, folks. Yeah, that's a female, I think. With those golden colors, those golden browns. All right, buddy. What do you think? That's about just a hair under 6 inches, so 5 and 9/10. Nice little fishy. Number 13. We're still catching fish, folks. Yep, we're still catching them. We're still catching them, my friends. Problem is I can't see this chap with her down, so I'm gonna have to set her up a little bit to get her high enough for me to even be able to see her. All right, 19 people in. Let's see, an 82 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rich says, get him. Bouncer says, the good old boy says, when did you start? About an hour and 20 minutes ago. So we've caught 13 bluegill and a crappie so far. Let's see, old boy says, I'm sick. Well, set in and enjoy the fishing. Let's see, Bouncer says, you're doing just fine. Let's see, Gold Boy says, are you a veteran? No, I'm not, my friend. I have schizophrenia and my eyes are bad. I was born legally blind, so they would not let me into the Army, I'm afraid. Now, everyone else in my family went to the Army. I tried, per se. I tried to serve, but unfortunately, they wouldn't let me. I kind of think my life would have come out totally different if they would have let me get in the Army, but I guess they can't let anyone that can't see. See, Les, what's going on? How you doing, Les? Les says Mike. Les says MVP. Let's see, Sonny says, there are. Let's see, Oz, what's going on? How you doing, Oz? Oz says hi. See, Denny says, what's the score, Mike? Let's see, 13 bluegill and a crappie so far. And I switched to artificials. Only the first 2 or 3 I caught were on actual live bait. The rest of them been on artificial so far. See, Oz says, do you catch a lot of blues at that river spot? Let's see, I might catch 1 or 2 big ones a week during this time of the year. Now, the summertime, unless I'm fishing the evenings, I don't really see them at all. I catch more flathead, channel catfish, common carp, grass carp, buffalo carp, drum, sturgeon, stripers. You know, this time of the year, they're in the shallows, you know, doing their nesting thing, so I can usually catch up to them. Let's see, Tommy Stamina, what's going on? How you doing, Tommy Stamina? Chris says, Chris, my sister from another mother. Chris says, Tommy, my brother. Let's see, how you doing, Chris? See, Miss Kiki says, Les, Tommy, Chris. Chris says, me, Mr. and Mrs. President. Let's see, says, I got a 70-pounder at that spot this February. Awesome, my friend. My personal best down there is like 88 pounds. Now, I've gotten flathead over 100, but that blue cat, that 88-pounder was my biggest down there. Let's see, 35 people in and 83 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends. Let's see, Chris says, thanks. See, Les says Miss Gigi. See, says I do really well in the shallows. Yeah, at night. Yeah, definitely in the evenings, especially like mid-spring to probably late winter to early fall. Now, once you start getting into the early fall range, they'll start well, they'll basically start staying in those shallows pretty much all day long. Yeah, they're gorging up. So where their food is where they'll go. Let's see, Les says Chris. Let's see, 19 people in it, seeing 83 thumbs up. It's just incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get back to some fishing, folks. Now, hopefully you guys don't get blown over. I set her up a little bit higher, but we're gonna find out. I'm just surprised I'm not finding any largemouth down here. I wonder if this cove has been really hit for shad and stuff recently. That's garbage. Yeah, this is what spooks your fishing, right? I mean, a bass is not going to hit much of a lure after you drag a trash bag over their friggin' heads. I swear, I've told them they need to put a gate around the lake about maybe 5 feet to keep the trash away. The only problem is every week or two, you'd have about 7 feet of trash from one off the other end of it. More garbage. More garbage. I mean, look at it. There's 3 rubber gloves sitting right here, blue rubber gloves. Yeah, those are from fishing. A lot of this stuff gets blown in from the streets, but that's actually from people using the parks. I mean, there's a trash can right there. I mean, what's that? 10 feet? Jeez. Not the park's fault. They clean this up as much as they can, and they got trash cans all over this lake. Now, the parks and recreational facilities, they work their tails off tirelessly to keep these lakes clean. Clean as they can. Got him. Got him, folks. It's on. What we got this time? Well, that's that hard. That's a nice bluegill there. So that's number 14. Yeah, that's a nice little 7-incher. 6 3/4. That's over my that's over the length I would keep them. Yeah, that's bigger. That's just as big as my hand. Gorgeous fish, folks. That's another male. He's in there shallow doing the nesting thing. Yeah, these guys are beautiful, folks. Just absolutely beautiful. Gotta love doing this, folks. Really do. Even if you gotta fish through garbage, right? Beautiful. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see, 21 people in it, seeing 86 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. Let's see, Ramon says, deep water. Unfortunately, this whole lake is about 6.5 to 7 feet deep. So, yeah, she's pretty shallow. And, yeah, you're not going to find any deep water, I'm afraid. And see, Chris says, nice one. All right, thank you, Chris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is our picture look okay? I've been refreshing her every time I move, so hopefully Hopefully we're keeping that picture looking good. No. I answered that already, oh boy, I am not a veteran. I did try to become a veteran. When I was younger, I have schizophrenia and I was legally blind, so they would not, they just wouldn't let me through. Now, everyone in my family was a veteran, unfortunately, which kind of sucked because it's a family thing. And yeah, they wouldn't let me in. I did try very hard. All right, thank you, Chris. Let's see. Dan says, here we go again. Good luck, bro. All right, my friends. I appreciate you guys coming in and staying in today. I said I hope you enjoy the show. Let me make sure to set that chat so I know where I am. There we are. Pop, yeah. You like to hit it right when you're about ready to take it out of the water. Yikes. Once that tripod might hold, went falling in the concrete. Crap. Got the stuff off and now the blade. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that was my fault. I got into the bank that time. Not grass. Not grass. Good old not grass. Come on, buddy. Come on, pop it. Pop, pop, pop. Come on. Man. There's some very nice bass in this lake. Come on. Pop, come on. Man. Right there. No further than right there is where he decided he wanted to hit it. Frustrating one. Right when you're about ready to take it out of the water, that's when they decide they want to hit it. Yeah, it's all the way out there, the other side of the lake. And where they want to hit it is right by the rod tip. Pop off. I got him. Got him. Came back and hit it a second time. All right, buddy, I got you. Number 15, folks. Number 15, that's a smaller one there. Number 15. Beautiful little bluegill. Gotta love doing this, folks. All right, buddy. Let's give you guys a good close-up look for him. Yeah, that's another male. Doesn't look like he's bedding. He's just in here messing around. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm hoping I can find at least one good bass for you guys today. This bass rooster tail should catch me something, and I do have a spinnerbait on as well, so it's not grass on it, and I don't think that came off either. Cast just a little bit too close to that bank. Well, when I nicked it, I got it off. Ah, crap, that's yep, more garbage. And that's a big old chunk of garbage too. No, that's actually a tree. Yeah, that's a 3.5 pounder. That might be a 3 3/4 pounder. Yeah, this stuff's great around the edges, but not out deep. Three and 3/4 pounder. Well, I take these home, but they don't cook up so good. They can hurt your jaw when you chew them. Yeah. That carp going again. You hear him jump in the background? Probably couldn't hear that. That was out in the middle of the lake. I'm pretty sure I've released that carp because it's got that mark around its head. I caught and released that earlier this spring. That was a 10 plus. That fish should probably have been bigger, but she got stuck in a cast net, and she barely got out of it with her life. Here. That's as far as I can cast. Cannot run her out there without hitting something. Oh, pop, come on. Man, that was a good pop. Got more garbage again. Ah. I'm going to take 1 or 2 more casts of spinnerbait and I'll come back and check that chat. Okay, folks? I'm just so amazed they're not hitting this spinnerbait today. Usually tear this with bigger pieces. Now the guys are yelling for Joe. My name's not Joe. Once I'm done with chat, we're going to move again. We're going to move to the other side of this wall. You got the wrong person. My name's not damn Joe. All right, folks. Check that chat. Yeah, we're gonna move again over here behind us. Let's see, 33 incredible people in. Let's see, a 94 thumbs up. We're just about to break the 100 barrier, folks. And thank you, Danny, for pinning that. By the way, PayPal and Cash App's linked in my description on my main channel. If you guys want to donate, if you do, if you don't, it's all right. It's an optional thing. Help support us. You know, food, groceries, you know, coffee, fishing tackle, you name it. The boy says that's unfortunate. So sorry to hear that. Let's see, Chris says, yep, please like and subscribe. Let's see, Flav with the hi and the fish emoji. Let's see, Chris says, nice paste. Let's see, 29 people in. By the way, hi, Dave. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're going to move again here. Just a quick old move right over here. Ain't even really got to do much. Just move her right over here to the, right over here. And that looks set up pretty good. Let me go get a mug here. I hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Where's my thing with the... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's right there. Never mind. I think I'll take a few casts with spinnerbait here first. And we are just starting a new spot, new chat. Crap on it. Almost instantly. Stop me from spinning. It's not grass. Not grass. Every time. A little bit too far in. Wind. That's me up. That's in my spinner this time. Corner right. Nice. Right there. Fine. The top and two. I can't believe I can't hook those things. Those are smaller bass, but I just can't see the hooks. That's not that big. It's very small. Yeah, that's a very small fish. I can't even hook that on a spinnerbait. He was holding on to it. I know you're around here somewhere. It's like it's full of bass. One of these will stick here today. Mind you, we've caught 14 bluegill on a crappie so far, but still. I don't want to catch at least one of them. I know I should probably be casting a bottom bouncer like a claw or something out here right now. It's a little early in the spring down here to be casting a claw. There's plenty of shad up here, so they should be going after shad, and that's a terrible camera angle, isn't it? I was totally off there, wasn't I? Yeah, I was totally off the angle there, wasn't I? Right down the flank. Guy. Even on a whisker tail. Should probably cast it around. I could cast it on my big cast. What the heck? It's gonna take a minute to replace this gear here. Let's see, what kind of soft plastic should I try? Yeah, let's go to a soft plastic, folks. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Been a while since I've been forced to use actual bass fishing gear to catch bass down here, but well, usually get them on like these medium-sized baits rather than the bass wars. Let's try her. Bullfrog. Alright, that needs to be trimmed real quick here. What do I want to try? I do have a lot of luck on these guys, but that one's been trimmed down pretty good. Steve crawl, but that's got one of the pinchers missing. That one looks okay. That one looks okay. Carp. Maybe not. Just looks okay. on, get in there, you little stinker. Alright. Alright. We're gonna, yep, we tied on a little, yeah, we tied on a little crawfish here. Cast her around a bit. And assuming these guys are on beds, they should be a good lure. What I'm feeling for is the slightest pop. If I feel a pop or something, I'm trying to keep that line tight while bottom bouncing at that bottom very lightly. And this is the problem with even this type of lure. I had that skin hooked and it's too still. It can come out on me. Alright, I know this kind of technique's pretty slow, so really methodically work this around these edges and everything. That, folks, she finally hit the daggone ground. I see 37 people still in. I see a 99 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. We're one from the 100 barrier, yet we're about to break the 100. And again, I apologize for that. Well, she should be in okay, considering that I just technically refreshed her. So she'll be okay. Let's see Grumpy Bass, what's going on? How you doing, Grumpy Bass? Grumpy Bass says Mike, brother. Let's see Chris says Grumpy. Grumpy says Chris. Danny says Grumpy. Let's see California says everyone loves fish sticks, Mike. 425 for 8 to 10 minutes. LOL 1013 crispy. I love fish sticks. Now I don't love stickers, you know, cooked in the oven. Yeah, that's gross. Let's see Scott, what's going on? How you doing, Scott? Scott says MVP. And with the fire emojis. Let's see Frank, what's going on? How you doing, Frank? Frank says Grumpy Bass. Let's see Chris says Scott. Danny says hi, Scott. Let's see Jara. Jara says hi. How you doing, Jara? Let's see, Chris says, BGB, going to walk the dog. Don't forget the pooper scooper. Let's see, Grumpy says, Bass. Let's see, George, what's going on? How you doing, George? Let's see, George says, hey, how's everyone doing? Just tuned in. We're doing okay. I caught 14 bluegill and a crappie so far today. Fishing with artificials, so catch what you can catch. It's Fergio, what's going on? How you doing, Ferg? It's Ian Manu, what's going on? How you doing, Manu? Fishing with Manu says hi. Let's see, Lakeline, what's going on? How you doing, Lakeline? Lakeline also says hi. And we've broken 100, folks. 26 people still in. 26 incredible people and 100 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, there is no way to hold this tripod up like this. I'm going to have to, every dang time I come check the chat, re-pop her up. Because this wind is blowing too much even for a low-level camera to hold. And we're going to have to refresh her. Every time you move that cell phone, she might She might pixelate on us. And that looks okay again. All right. Yeah, we've got a little split speed crawl on that one right now. And we've also got a rooster tail on this one. Man, you just cannot get a cast out here without hitting garbage. No matter where you cast. It's amazing. In a 360-degree angle, you can cast everywhere out here. Every single spot, if you drag that bottom, you're going to hit a plastic bag. Well, 180-degree angle, 360, you go around in a circle. You know what I mean. Oh man, that's amazing. I can get that 50 hit. You can't keep them hooked. Probably should have went over to the fairground. Oak Fallon Park for baskets. There isn't as big of ones in there, but there's a bigger population for the water amount. The lake's very small and it's got a lot of like pounders in it. Friggin' thing just will not spin. Good. Swivel again. Then select. Line that up a little bit. Get that a little bit. That was a catfish. Man, no wonder he was nipping at it. Dang it. That was a channel about a pound. Crap. So close. That close. That close. Dang it. No wonder a little stinker was nipping at it. It's the moment that something hits the water, it already gets. That was a nice sound catch for a pound. Well, deep. Is that cork again, John? I think you cast once without hitting something. You really did. too good enough to land them. Got that stuff on there. Cast down there. I don't know. I don't know today, folks. I really don't. With that wind and stuff blowing like this. That was a nice channel catfish I had on. Alright, we've been in about 2 hours and 30 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We caught 14 good bluegill today. This wind is just tearing me up today. It's just so hard to keep the live feed going and fish today. Let's see. Green asks, how's the fishing going today? Rain here. Yeah, we've got 15, 20 mile per hour winds. We caught 14 nice bluegill and a crappie so far today. But I don't. Yeah, I definitely got to see her. I mean that was a good thing. That was fun. I definitely she jumped. That's. Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that. And I got her on film, so that's another good thing. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's not losing that fish. It's just this wind has been blowing me for like 2.5 hours, 15, 20 mile per hour. So I'm gonna go just kind of slow down around these edges, kind of see if I can catch a bass or something. If I do, I'll put that on a short feed for everyone. If I don't, well, yeah, you guys didn't catch anything else. But hope you guys enjoyed the show today. You guys have a great Thursday. We've been in 2.5 hours, so that's a good little feed. Yeah. Appreciate you guys coming in, my friends. Let's see, Terry, what's going on? How you doing, Terry? Let's see, Lake. Lake says hi. All right. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm just going to have my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your Thursday, my friend. And weekend's coming. Thank you. Appreciate it.